Good morning, everyone.
Morning, sir.
Prapujya Goswami. Hi, good morning, Prapujya. Who else is here? Mandan Patil. Hi, Mandan. Hello. Hello. Am I audible to you guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
You can go ahead. We are going live on this thing as well.
Okay.
You can start.
So, guys, can you put on your cameras because I feel like I'm talking to alphabets. Please put on your cameras, whoever is around. Okay, Shashant is online now. Prapujya is, oh, sorry, not Prapujya.
So it's
Prasujya.
Prasujya, yeah.
Prasujya, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Good morning, Prasujya.
Good morning.
Who else is here? Mandan Patil. I can see Mandan Patil, but he's not online, I think. Janil Kansara. Hi, Janil. Okay, so shall we start or we'll wait for a while? Okay, so we can start. So before starting, so let me introduce myself. My name is Surbit, and I was working as a sound designer and music producer in Bombay. And today, whatever we are, doing here is for introducing you to the advertisement industry. But before this workshop, I would like to know a little about you so that I can plan my things accordingly. So Goswami, Parchurja Goswami.
Yes, sir.
So what you are into?
Yeah, so I started off as a vocalist mainly, and before that, I used to learn to play guitar, and I used to do live shows back when I was in my own state. And then after coming to CMEDU, I focused mainly on the production side of things, and also on the mix and mastering and all that, like the stuff that is related to post production and everything. So currently, what I'm trying to venture into after going out from this college is like I want to focus on the ad industry and also like production, music production studios or something like that. So that's where I'm trying to venture into. So I'd like to have a idea about how the industry, especially the advertisement industry, at this point works. So that's the reason
Great,
I'm gonna do this venture.
great. And Janil,
Good morning.
Janil Kansara. Yeah, hi. Good morning.
So I'm whole new into the sound engineering.
Okay,
So I'm still learning all the things.
okay. And Mandan Patil, you're still not online. Animesh, where is Animesh?
Yes, sir.
So what are you up to, man? What you do basically?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So I am basically a guitar player. So I came here to know the audio aspects of creating music and all.
So you're still
So,
studying, right?
pardon?
You still studying?
Yeah. I'm currently pursuing diploma here. So
Okay.
almost currently getting finished. So after that, I'm planning to start myself as a musician and also do studio session works and as a recording engineer.
Okay. So we have few more names, but I think if I go one by one, it will take like entire session on this introduction part only. So what I have understood so far, we have musicians, we have some new faces, and we have some mid-level people here. So I'll start accordingly. So before starting, it's like very important to tell you that why we are having this workshop, because we thought of this workshop only because there is something going around in market, and if you have observed last 5 years, the advertisement industry is working in a very different way. Initially we had print media in picture, and now we are moving toward this video thing. So every advertisement, like every agency is making videos, and the video graph is going up slowly. And as this video graph is going up, more audio opportunities are there in market. And at this point, if you understand workflow properly, I think you will feel more confident when you enter an industry. Okay, so we'll start now. I'll share screen with you guys. So you all can see properly, right?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, to start with, as audio engineer, you should know something. Like you should know, because when we start in this industry now, there are 2 3 people which we generally interact with. One is video editor, director, some studio managers, project managers, and like we sound editors or engineers. So we generally interact with these video editors and directors, and there are something which we should ask them before starting project, before setting up our levels. Janil, can you please your image? It's irritating. Janil Kansara. Your image is a bit irritating here. Okay, so sorry. So in general, the sound editor, they generally ask something, and those questions are related to like how many videos we are getting at first stage, and how lengthy is each video, and are they going to provide for the cuts like 10 second, 15 second, or 30 seconds. So these are basically cuts. So when we start conversation with directors and video editor, now this first question is pretty much clear, because they introduce like this only ki we have 10 videos, and we are approaching in this way or that way, and we need deliveries by the end of month or by the end of week. But there is something which we should ask them, is like on what platform they are going to release those advertisements. So those platforms can be theaters and television and web, because mostly now advertisement industry, whatever videos they are making for theaters, television, and web. Like web means YouTube, website, Instagram, LinkedIn, and all that. So if the ad is for a theater, the workflow is different, and if the ad is for a television or a web, the workflow is different. Because for a theater, the surround sound comes into picture, and the other question which arises here is like whether like they do want surround sound or not, because all these 3 questions will gonna decide total cost of your working, your service cost, right? Right, am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if advertisement is for theaters, the workflow is like this. Like we get our files from video editor, we do dialog cleaning, and then provide dub list to them, and then we go for FX design, premix surround. FX design is also we do in surround, final mix in surround, down mix to stereo, and then we deliver them final outputs. This is the journal flow when we work for theater ads. Okay. For normal TV and web ads, the flow is pretty much same. Just the effect design is like happening in stereo, premix is in stereo, final mix is in stereo, and master delivery is in stereo. So basically, if it is for a theater, you need to add cost for this surround thing. Okay. So you can note down things on this presentation slide. So once the flow chart, once the workflow is clear, we are good to start with our project generally. Okay. And the very second question after we know all this is like what all files we are getting from video editor. I have seen like people struggling with the file formats, and they end up with delivering wrong files, unsynced files, and they mess up at the end. So it is very important to know what files we should deal in so that we can deliver properly. So standards are for Pro Tools and Logic Pro X. So those who are using Pro Tools and Logic Pro X, Apple ProRes, DV and Avid DNX HD is standard. If you use these video file formats, your project will work smoothly. And if you use H264 or MP4 formats, your project will work like it will lag. Okay, so when you start working, you will find most of the video editors, they share this H264 and MP4 file because it is easy to share on mail and the file size is small. But if you are getting this file, you have to convert it to DV, Avid or ProRes, Apple ProRes. Okay. The second thing which we should ask for is OMF. I'm sure you all are aware of OMF thing. Am I right?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Okay, so OMF, for those who are new, OMF is Open Media Framework. Basically, it is a package of your audio files in which individual audio files are present and you can edit them. Okay, so you have full control over audio files which video editor has used in his system. Cool. So after we have all this on our table, we can start our project. So now I'll open my Pro Tools session for advertisement, which I think we have done 3 months back. So we'll see what we have done in that. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you see this video?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do one thing. First, I'll play the raw video, like without the advertisement work, and then I'll play final video. So I'll open my folder for that. Data from video editor, and this one is the raw video. So let's play. I'm playing it one more time. Okay, so in this video, now I'll show you how I make my sound notes and we'll read this video. Okay, so in starting, the frame is nothing much is happening. There is a person who is talking on phone, and then this character comes into picture. So this scene is little dramatic. So sound wise, we need something, because we need we need public attention, and then the graph will go up, will build up, and we need impact on this frame. From this frame to, so there we have another impact. So from this frame, the grab holding frame to fall frame. It's a slow motion scene, so we need something in between. Very minimalistic, so that we can feel this coming impact. Okay. Then this drop sound, because this ad is drop ad, so this sound is very important. Drop sound followed by reactions, and then music comes in. Music, and then graphic plate with VO. Okay. So whenever we have this file from video editor, simply by listening to the audio attached to the file, we get some idea ki how director is actually planning. Okay. Now I'll open my session and we'll see what we have done.
Sir, one small question. When
Yes.
you receive the video from the video editor, do
Uh-huh.
you get it without the video, or do you get it with a reference audio?
What? Please repeat your question again.
When you get the video from the video editor,
हाँ
वीडियो के साथ आपको ऑडियो रेफरेंस ऑडियो मिलता है कि खाली वीडियो मिलता है?
Okay, so generally we get OMF. If dialogues are there, we get OMF, and OMF is like a script. You know, whatever video editor is putting on his table, we get all those files in OMF, so we can get idea. If we are not getting OMF, then 99% audio attached to the video is a reference audio. Okay, so director generally, you know, sits with the video editor and they put things for the reference thing, and this audio is same for the sound and same for the music people. Okay, so this same file is sent to musician also, so he will refer the music file attached to this video only. Okay.
Thank you.
Clear now?
And sir, if suppose, for example, I am a jingle composer for a particular advertisement film. So in that case, if I have to receive the video, then that particular music that was playing, for example, in this particular ad video you showed us, so that music that's been playing, it's already been recorded by the jingle composer, or like that's only a rough track that's been given to him as well, the one who has composed the music.
Okay, so we generally get rough track. Okay, we generally get rough track, so it's our responsibility as a musician to get everything on tape. Okay.
Okay.
But there are some cases where you get already recorded sounds, but in that case you will not work as a musician, you will work as an editor. Okay, so if your job is to, you know, produce music for a track, then you will get raw files like either empty video or some reference audio video ke saath. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So I'll jump on my session now. Cool. So we have video. So my video file is here. And let's see what we have done. So I'll play it for you now.
Dere na ta na 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 ta na 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 ta na na.
आंखें खुली रह गई ना। ये है नया इन्फिनिक्स 12 लाख ड्रॉप टेस्ट के साथ 12 टफ क्वालिटी चेक से होकर गुजरा है, ये ना टूटेगा।
Okay. So now we'll go one by one. We'll see this session first, how we have planned things, how we have arranged this session, and then I'll solo things for you and I'll make you listen. Okay. So session wise, my session generally starts with the master track, followed by video and audio files from editor, and then I have my master aux. In this way, it's easy for me to, you know, not get confused between these master 1 and master aux. Then I have my print track. Why like I use printing because I am working on Pro Tools 10. I'm sure you guys are using Pro Tools 12 or like the latest versions where you have offline bounce. I don't have this option in my Pro Tools, so I have to use this print track. But there are some other benefits also using this print track. I'll tell you later. Then I have my VCAs. For those who are new, they might not know about this VCA thing and all that. So I'll tell you later. Then I have my VO track, followed by ambience, followed by FX tracks. Now see, I have stereo FX and I have mono FX also. So mono FX and stereo FX tracks. Then I have my slate FX. Slate means the graphic plate at the end. So FX for that graphic plate. I have kept it separately. There is a reason and I'll tell you later. Then I have SFX reverb and SFX aux, followed by my music arrangement. So music arrangement wise, my drums, rhythms basically, and reverb and rhythm aux, then guitar aux, bass aux, strings aux, my pads and arpeggios, and followed by piano. Pianos also, like I include in pads and arpeggios and pianos. Then I have my piano aux, then voices, vocals, my vocal aux, and then I have master music aux. So this master music aux, sound SFX aux, and my VO aux is going to my master aux. This master aux, and this master aux is routed to my print track, and in this way I'll print my session on this track. Is it clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Janil, I think you're new, so you might feel little difficulty relating things, but in journal we arrange tracks in this way. Okay.
So VO is in voiceover, right?
Yeah, VO is voiceover. Any questions so far? Hello?
No, sir.
No? Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll go one by one. I'll make you listen to only SFX. So I'll mute my music aux and VO. So, sorry. So you might feel ki why this part is empty, because I didn't receive this file in the early videos, so they put it at the end stage where all the work already delivered from us. So this part is empty in this set. Okay, so mostly we maintain ambience bed, starting with this bird sound, one high pitch and one low pitch, just to give this character entry. Then build up. So we have slow down this section sounds. so that we can, create this impact clearly. Plus, there are things like, which you cannot ask for. Like for this thing, you cannot ask for mobile phones. It's like, very difficult uh, to record such drops. So you have to manage with your sound libraries, find good sounds, and play around and sync and make some drop sounds. So this is how we, design or edit sounds for advertisements. I remember, like, I kept my recorder in washing machine and I hit my washing machine glass from the top. So this sound is my washing machine cap sound. Okay, now I'll open music. I'll put this SFX on mute. Now we'll listen to only music files.
Dere na ta na 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 ta na 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 ta na na. Dere na ta na 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 ta na 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 na.
Okay. So any question? Hello.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, ask please.
So when you played the ad
Mhm.
in your video, the strings were quite loud,
Okay,
and here it's quite sounding low.
good. So basically, whatever right now we are listening to is premix session. Okay. So as I mentioned here, there are stages. We have a premix part. Okay, here after design and foley, where we put music in our session, it's a premix thing. Okay. Last video which I played, the audio attached to that video is from the video editor. So वो आप master कह सकते हो. It's like वो because they treat on master level. So the reference video is generally very loud. This ad is right now, it's a premix stage. Now I'll send this session to my mixing engineer. He will mix and send me files back. Okay. So I'll make you listen to master files also. Wait, after this we'll jump on that. Fine?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any question? Anyone else? Guys, please ask, because in this way we finish this workshop in an hour only.
Like, since the way you approach the whole thing, so first you started with the SFX thing and then gradually moved into the music section and everything, or like there was a different way around, like when you approach the whole video.
See, when we start working, if I start getting musical ideas now, I'll start playing around music first,
Right.
because music is important, because it's like more part of music and less part of sound.
Right.
Sound comes in between, wherever you feel the gap, we need to put something there. Okay, so music is important in advertisement. Okay, so music is first part, or generally, like if you work on a bigger scale now, there is a different guy for sound thing and different guy for the music thing. Okay. So they generally meet at this point, premix point. Before that, the project is handled by multiple people, and they meet at this point, premix point.
Right.
So they give their feedbacks and all that. From premix session, we send file for approval.
Okay.
After approval, we move to final mix. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Right. Anyone else? So I think total we are 23 and only 2 people are asking question. Onkar Patil. Hi Onkar. Okay, so I think they are not live. Anirudh Acharya. Jarin Jason. Anyone? Siddhant Kandalkar. No? Swayam Jain. Alok, Animesh, Ashutosh, Chaitanya.
Yes,
So
sir.
no, Chaitanya, right?
Sir, Animesh.
Animesh.
Yes, sir.
So any question, Animesh?
So all good to go. Sir,
All good
the
to go.
production part that you did for the SFX and all, that was in a different session, right?
Sorry. Okay. Please repeat your question.
The production session that you did for the SFX and all, like you told, you process the sound from your washing machine, that part. So that
Yes.
all you processed in a different session.
No, I do in same session only.
Does it
I'll show you.
like
I'll show you. Sorry. Yeah. Please. Yes.
No, all right, you can go.
Okay. So I'll show you now how we generally process sounds and all that. Okay. So for sound management thing, I use this third-party software called SoundMiner. Okay, so I'm opening SoundMiner now. I think this software is really cool. This software has really cool feature for musicians and sound both. Okay, so we'll see. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So SoundMiner, the basic look is like this. It's again old SoundMiner software. Now because my machine is old, I use old version. Now new SoundMiner version is there in market. So in this software, we simply scan our database, sound database, whatever is available in our hard drive. We simply scan here, and then we can play with our sounds. Plus, the cool feature with this software has is this VST rack part. Okay, so you can put almost multiple plugins before putting it to your session. So I'll open it for you like this. We have this SFX rack, plugin rack, where I have my track master already set. Okay. So I use all these plugins like FabFilter Pro Q2, Grammar Tape, R-Bass, FabFilter Saturn, Doubler, FabFilter R for reverb and all that. So basically sorry?
Small question, this software, that all the plugins that you are showing, these are all third-party plugins. Does this software has its own stock plugins or anything?
No. This software, it's a browser basically. Browser with this rack. Okay. So whatever plugins you have, like whatever plugins you use with your Logic or Pro Tools or Cubase, you can scan those plugins in this software. So it supports VST, it supports AU, both VST and AU. I think the latest one is also with the AX, but I'm not sure. So you can put your plugins in series, whatever the way you want. And like if you need to cut something in your sound, you can simply edit, and then your plugin will open and you can play around. Okay. So after you set your levels, after you set trim things from your sound, you can simply print that sound into your system by pressing this key, spot to DAW. So right now it's a spot to DAW to Pro Tools is set here, right? So if I spot, so whatever sound I work on here now, that sound will print on my selection. Getting? Am I clear?
So on the specific tracks,
On specific tracks, for example, if I click here, okay, so my selection is here, and if I open sound miner and put spot on DAW, right now I'm not selecting any sound because my hard drive is not connected. So if I select, it will show me an error like this error, unable to access volumes from Prosonic Sound and Music, okay, because my sound drive is not connected.
okay, sir.
But if it is connected, then I can simply select this sound, process it, and spot it to my DAW. And when I press on spot key, the sound will come here. It will print here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And in this way, we can select multiple, parts where we need sound, and we can print. And later on, we can open our Pro Tools and start arranging sounds in Pro Tools. Okay. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this way we generally design sounds. And music wise, again, like I design my music in Logic Pro X. The method is pretty much simple and same for almost, I think, all. So we produce track in Logic Pro X, take bounce from Logic Pro X in stems form. When I'm saying in stems form means like I have a one track for my guitar, but in Logic I have 3-4 tracks, right? So I combine those 3-4 tracks and print it and make a one file. Okay, so in this way, whatever, like, you need to control in mastering, whatever mastering engineer or the mixing engineer need control over, we print according to that. So here I have kick separately printed, then percussions separately printed, then guitar, then my bass, and then strings separately printed, because it has highs, mids, and lows. All three frequencies are there, and sometimes it is, it's very difficult to control in mixing part. We cannot tweak over high frequencies, and we cannot control over high frequencies. So it is better to, particularly in strings, I generally print separate tracks. Okay, same with arpeggiators and pianos, and again we have only one track for voice. Cool. Cool, Animesh? Okay. All good? Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll jump to, because as I said, I generally share this session to my mixing engineer, and then mixing engineer, he share files back. So now I'll jump to my mastered file, and I'll show you कि mastered file कैसा sound करती है. ठीक है? For this I'm quitting my Pro Tools now. So I have data from video editor, then I have my mixing session, and this session I shared with my mixing engineer, and he gave me this folder, data from mixing engineer. So this folder has 4 files. One is dialog master print, music master print, Infinix drop at SFX print, and Infinix drop at master print. Okay. So now I'll play only audio file so that you can see how the mastering levels, sound. So basically the mastering file is like this. I'll show you on meter, like what all standards will be maintained. I think in that way it will make more sense. So for the mastering thing, there is a huge fight going around. Okay, so someone says ki it should be on -23 following European standards. Someone is saying it should be on -14 because YouTube is following -14 thing, and iTunes and Spotify somewhere, if you know test those file na, they are on -10 or -9 somewhere. So we are already 10 to 11 dB louder than the -23 standard, which we used to maintain with the European standards. Okay, so in journal we maintain -14 to -16 LUFS, and where we maintain this I'll show you. And then delivery side we also need some MNEs. MNEs means only music and FX file. Okay, now I'll show you where we maintain this standard. I'll again open my Pro Tools. Okay, so save. No. Okay. So on my master meter, you will see one plugin is here. So if I it is not going to wait. So we have this plugin in our waves. Okay, so here we load on EBUR -28 LUFS18. Okay, and now if I play this session, it's a premix session, so we'll see where the levels are. See, the levels are already on -12.
ta na 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 ta na 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 ta na na
टेस्ट के साथ 12 टफ क्वालिटी चेक से होकर गुजरा है, ये ना टूटेगा.
So mostly this ad is sounding fine actually. So when I send it to mixing engineer, he also sends ki okay, the sound levels are proper, he just need to maintain the tight graph. Tight graph means he just need to maintain these values properly, because it's like fluctuating between -12 to -18. Okay, so whenever I design or whenever I premix my music, my levels are somewhere around -19 to -23, to be very honest. Okay, -23 is standard for serials. You cannot go above -23 in serials, but for theaters and web you can move up to -10. Okay, so if you listen to Bajirao Mastani mix, it will sound somewhere on -9 or -8, and at some point it's -4 also. So for theaters we mix loud, even for YouTube and for this web content also we mix bit loud, and the standard is somewhere in between -14 to -16. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So any questions so far? Hello.
No, sir.
Why only 2 people are asking? There are total 23 now. Rohan, where is Rohan? Rohan Chatterjee.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Rohan.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, hi Rohan, how are you?
well.
Okay, so you have any questions so far?
No, sir, not now. Not
No.
now.
So what are you like? What are you into? Like what you produce? You're into sound or music or like what?
Sir, I usually do some productions. I'm mostly into like mixing and
Okay.
all the tech music, like mixing, a bit of mastering.
Okay. So you are new to this industry, like new to this subjects, or like you have already done your course?
No, sir, I'm not new to this.
Okay, so you've already done your course, or you are already working in industry, right?
So I have worked on certain industries, but yeah, like I
Okay.
have pursued this course in singing. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So for this advertisement workshop, am I making sense? Like, do you have any question to ask?
This is no, not at the moment, sir. Everything is like understanding.
So you also like follow the similar process?
Uh, like kind of, so the DAW is different. Just
Okay.
like I follow a bit different process.
Okay. So which
Like
do you use?
not
Sorry,
not such similar process, but yeah, with the meters and everything, those things are similar.
those things are similar. Okay, cool. Any other person? Siddhant Kandalkar, Mandan Patil, like you're online from starting but still not
I
responding
have
back
a
to me.
doubt. Can you hear me,
Hello.
sir?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Tell.
Sir, as long as the tracks are mentioned, I can understand what a master track is, auxiliary tracks, then
Okay.
SFX tracks and the music, but I don't understand what VCA tracks are and VO tracks.
Okay. So basically VCA tracks, it's like a voltage control amplifier tracks. Okay. So we use VCA. It's not necessary to use VCA, but when you know work with more professional people, you will find these VCA track in sessions. Okay. So when see you can like see here like I have done my automation on VCA track, and this BGM VCA track is linked to my music aux. Getting? So whatever I am doing on this track is reflecting on my music aux. So
Yes,
in
sir.
this
But
way, I am not working on my aux. I am not playing with this fader. I am simply playing with my VCA. And the benefit of VCA is like because it's a voltage control now, so you can see it's very difficult to explain now. I need to show you something. So basically, have you worked in live?
yes, sir, I use Ableton only.
Live means like in live sessions,
No,
live
no, sir, no.
engineering, live sound. No. So basically, there we have VCA faders on our boards, and those controlling that single fader you can control over group. Okay. So in this way, I have this VCA fader. In my session, what this VCA is doing, it's simply controlling my levels of music aux. Okay, I can bypass this, no problem in that. But why I do this, because I have freedom over this fader now. I can change anytime my auxiliary fader levels. Okay, so in my session this VC is doing in that particular part only, but in journal we use VCS to control over groups. Okay, anyone from live sound? Hello, Shashant.
Yeah.
Anyone from live sound here?
Uh, no, I think they haven't reached their module live sound.
Okay.
So, but
Okay,
there was
okay.
this one question that came to me that was mastering wise, like, if you're dealing with audio for Spotify or something, you
Uh-huh.
have to master it. So,
Yes.
mastering wise, what do you tend to do for ads and any kind of video? Was the
Okay.
question.
Okay, so for ads, see the music thing is different and the ad thing is different when it comes for mastering. I'm very honest with you guys. 90% cases we don't have much time for all these fancy stuff. So we do like in a single session, and the approach is simply maintain level. We maintain level and that's it. But if you go for proper mastering, then the process is quite different. And I have never shared my advertisement sessions with any of the mastering engineer. Generally my mixing engineer only does that for me, and he only maintains some levels, starts with EQing things little bit and managing the level, and printing that graph, proper straight line graph for me. So Sushant,
Yeah.
is it clear? Like, am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything you want to add on this?
Sir,
Yes. Who is this?
yes, sir, Chinmay Wadke.
Yeah, hi Chinmay.
So, what's the time you get for each session
Okay,
or for each advertisement?
so basically, it's like 3 to 4 days. 3 to 4 days to finish music and SFX both. Then sometime it takes time for approval part, and mostly like on an average it's 3 to 4 days and a week. You can see 3 to 4 days to week.
Okay, sir.
That excludes the post-production, I mean mix master part, right? I mean
No, mix master part is included.
Okay, so everything, like the whole project is within 3 to 4 days or something like
Yes,
that?
3 to 4 days or maximum by week.
Okay.
It's like I'm telling you my, with my
Right,
workflow,
yeah.
because there are seniors who takes more time. There are, big teams who just do it in a day or 2 days or 3 days. But on an average, I have seen like 3 to 4 days is standard time, and 7 days for final deliveries. Until or unless you have edit change.
Okay.
Yes, anything else?
So there's another question that came to me. That is, what will be the workflow? As in, the video will come to you from the editor. You will work on it.
Yes.
And it will be the final one, or how will it go?
Okay. So this question is actually good. So basically, we receive a video in starting, and when we start generally, working on that. So the first step is dialog cleaning and dub list generation. After dialog cleaning, we provide this clean dialog file to editor. Okay, and we also provide this dub list to editor. Okay, so if they are going for further edits, they use these dialog files and dub lists. Okay, so after after this delivery, we have generally we talk to video editors key what exactly is going on. Are you going to edit or not? If edit is logged, then we can move forward. If edit is not logged, then we have to wait. Okay, so generally video editor he says yeah, edit is logged, or if it is not logged, he'll let you know in 2-3 days. And once there is a change in edit, so there is no need of this dialog cleaning and syncing, because you have already provided these dialogues to video editor, and after edit we start working on FX, Foley and premix. But there are cases when edit happens here and edit happens here, or sometime on final delivery date. In that case, like we have to cut on our sessions and provide them final deliveries. Is that okay? Shashant asked, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else, guys?
Good afternoon, sir.
Because we are pretty much done with the things. I think this is the flow. We work in advertisements.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yep. RK.
Ashwat, sir.
Ashwat, yes. Tell.
I have a small doubt, sir. Can you explain about the dialogue balancing? Like when you have like 3, 4 or 5 people speaking,
Okay.
Advertisement. Can you tell us like how do you like balance them? Otherwise, it creates little clumsiness. So like how the balancing happens.
Okay. Cool. So basically, for that I need to open some session. Give me 2 3 minutes. Wait.
One other thing on similar lines that I wanted to ask you is, in this scenario, the one that you're showing, right, does not have multiple, on location.
On location things.
Yeah, the
So
production start.
basically, in advertisement, we see the 50%, 50 to 60% advertisements are without dialogues. Okay, and there are like 40% advertisements are with dialogues. So right now, which I'm sharing is like with dialogue while advertisement. Okay,
Okay.
so there you will get to know.
So the question what I wanted to ask you is, in that scenario, it will be all coming from the editor itself, right?
All coming in what way?
The timeline sequence.
Sequence of
And
dialogues,
the
right?
audios, the if there are multiple mics like for label and booms and everything.
So basically for that only we have OMF. Okay.
Correct.
So video editor generally provide OMF. So in OMF you have all the information aligned properly below the video. Okay, you have all the characters, their lapels, booms, whatever, like whatever is there he put on his table and it send it to you in OMF form. Okay, so OMF is open media framework where you can edit those files in Pro Tools or like in any DAW, whatever you use. Okay, so
Correct.
in
It will contain all the metadata for everything.
yeah, everything, yes,
Yeah.
but only if they maintain it properly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will your my question was that in that scenario, if they've given you multiple mics and everything, all right, how would it change your workflow?
See,
Or is it like they do only ADR with advertisements or something, or they do tend to use on location?
see the in advertisement we see the advertisements are very small length, right? It's just a 30-second ad or 1 minute ad. So there we have a very small uh, length of dialogue, overall length of dialogue. So working on that, it don't take much time. It hardly takes 2 to 3 hours to clean those dialogues and create a bounce out of that. So for cleaning purpose, we generally use isotope RX and yeah, actually isotope RX only, and some manual cleaning by simply maintaining some balancing levels and all that. So the first stage is your gain staging. So where we maintain the level, entry level, and gain staging. And after gain staging and leveling, your dialogue should sound somewhere near to -12 or -10 on your meter. So from there we start, and whatever the noises we have, we remove those noises using RX, and in that way we'll print our final dialogue. So whatever operations after that, if we want to make it more warm or make it warm aggressive or big sounding, that we do in mixing stage. So that for the initial part we simply clean and take a print.
Okay. One last question, Sudhir. If so, technically, when you're doing a full, I'm just trying to relate how it goes for advertisements to a full feature film.
Okay.
So, if you're doing a full feature film, there'll be a time code running from the camera to the sound recorder, whoever is doing their own location.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
So, but if you are doing all these things, do they tend to use time code efficiently, or the editor sits and tries syncing stuff up?
No, they do time. They use time code.
So there'll be always be time code running from the camera to the sound recorder.
You cannot say always, but in most of the cases, yes. See,
Okay.
again, it depends like which type of production houses you're dealing with. If the production house is good and if they know their job, they follow standards, And if the production house is like in early stages and they are also building up their profile, so they lose over things.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else? So I think yes, we are pretty much done here. I'm just waiting for questions. If you guys have anything, please ask.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
When you
Mandeep.
bounce your audio tracks and send it to your mixing engineer, and when he sends it back to you,
Uh-huh.
how do you make sure everything is in line and everything is in
Okay,
sync
so
when you place it back
basically
into
I
your...
don't bounce audio tracks. I simply send session. So we maintain some session, timelines, and see, you can see like my video is on from starting from first hour, and all the audios are aligned accordingly, and I send this complete session to my mixing engineer. Okay, so what he'll do, if he'll has latest Pro Tools, so he'll simply import this file to his session, and if he has same Pro Tools, then he'll start open and start working on this only directly.
Yeah, sir, but like often it happens that the other person has an older version and the session doesn't open, right?
So in that case, we import session data.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So in that case, what I'll do, I'll send either part wise like SFX, music, and dialogues if there are dialogues. Okay. So I'll send part wise, and then he simply import session data. Okay.
And if the both two persons are using the different dots, suppose one is using Cubase and another is using the Logic. In that case, the sending the session data won't help. So what would you do?
Okay, so for this video thing now, Logic, see, I have seen like people, they generally produce music on Logic. For the engineering thing, this Pro Tool is, I think, the best software or the good software. I'm not saying the best software. So we maintain this. My mixing engineer has all these gears. So, and that is why in market, when you jump in market, you will see ki, groups are there because they sync somewhere. Okay, so my mixing engineer has those gears. I know what he has and I work accordingly. Okay, so in like if I connect with some new guy also, I make sure he has all those gears and all that, because it should sync with my workflow. I cannot change my this Pro Tools to Cubase or Logic to some Ableton, because I am used to using this Logic and Pro Tools. So every time I make sure that the other guys which I am connecting with should have compatible or sync gears with me. Anything else? So shall we wind up?
Sir, like initially, like we haven't approached any kind of ad film companies or production houses as of now, since our course is about to end in this month itself. So
Okay.
like from March onwards, since me and my buddy like Animesh, so we are like shifting towards Andheri, and then we're going to start searching for works over there. So
Okay.
like how do you recommend like approaching a production house, especially the ad film production houses or anything of that sort? So at first,
See,
like how is your approach?
so approaching production house is, I think it's not a good method. I personally feel, because production house is like a corporate office. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So they don't hire audio engineers. They don't need audio engineers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the best way to approach is approach people. This is what I feel. Okay. Approach people
sir.
means make your contact with the video editors or the directors or particularly EPs, executive producers. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You're saying something.
I was just listening. Yeah. Go on.
Okay. So basically, it is better to make your contacts with the executive producers, studio managers, video editors, directors, and I think yes, if you meet these people, they are the right people. They need you because they are working above you. Above you means file. If you see the file movement, now it comes from the video editor side. So it is better to have contact with video editor and directors and EPs and studio managers.
Yes, sir.
Because I've seen like in past this production house now, they'll directly, if you approach them, they'll connect you to some companies like this. They'll connect you to some studios, they'll connect you to some EPs, they'll connect you to some directors, and they'll say ki, okay, you can directly talk with them and deal. Getting?
Yes, sir. So, but for a newcomer like myself, so initially when like meeting people of that sort is like that should be of course a trial and error method if I'm not wrong, because
Yeah,
otherwise,
yes.
yeah.
It's always trial and error. Yes. क्या करते हैं आप? हाँ जी. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So what were you saying? Like, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Is there any specific like platform or whatever, like for example, to get links or contacts of people? So because I'm very new to this industry, like working directly with the industry people, so I haven't done that before. So in that scenario, like meeting or getting to meet someone like a video editor or a studio manager. So it's kind of I have to have a point to get a few contacts or something. So what
Okay.
would you recommend, like?
So the best way right now, the best way is like LinkedIn and Facebook. It's good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you can connect new people. Not
Yes, sir.
like not only in India, you can connect outside people
Right.
also. LinkedIn is, I think, is now working very in great way.
Yes.
You will find good people on LinkedIn, and apart from that, you can join some gatherings like if you are in Mumbai, people invite for housewarming parties, right? So
Yes, sir.
they throw parties, like you'll find if you on Facebook, and if
Yes,
you
sir.
search them on Facebook. So join those parties, meet people. So the method is pretty much same here. Let's just meet people, introduce your work, make your profile good, so that when you show your profile to them, they'll like. So in that way, you get work. There's no other way, I think.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Rohan.
Sir, are there any copyright protocols or any rules that do we have to follow, or is it needed to follow?
See, copyright comes into picture for very particular things. Okay, it's like you should not use the sound libraries from like you should not use sound libraries the way they are. Okay, always tweak them. Always tweak them. Plus, music wise, I think the copyright is like more towards the music side. So, music wise, uh, don't use these libraries like BBC music files and all that. Make library out of that. Make your plugins like make your sounds out of that. Cut them and use them smartly. So you'll not face any copyright issue.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Don't use them directly. Just what I'm trying to say here is not use them directly.
Okay.
Because it is very hard to know which file is under what company. When you have a huge library in your computer, you cannot confidently say that this is royalty free or this is with royalty. You cannot say that. So it is better to use them after processing.
Sir, what if the ad or the jingle sounds similar to another one? What will be the process for that? Like if somebody says that this jingle is sounding very similar to mine, or this ad is sounding a bit similar to mine.
So if they say it's sounding similar, see, we all get inspirations. Like there are only 12 notes on 12 sur, and whatever we are making is like we are making around those notes only. So chances are there, we match with people, we match with the tracks, but it's okay. Like, because sometimes you get inspiration and you make music after 1 month, and you make similar things, but it's okay. Your music is your music, it's new, nobody can uh, finger towards you, so it's okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Anything else? So I think we are done here.
Yes.
Yes, so thank you so
Yeah.
much guys for joining me, and I hope you have learned something from my sessions, and that's it. Good luck for your future.
Thank you, Surbhat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.